As a fan who's followed every twist and turn of this tour for decades, this moment feels heavy. There's hope in the air. There's uncertainty. There's legacy on the line. And somehow everything feels possible and fragile at the same time. We're sitting here less than 2 months away from the biggest stage in golf, and the future of one of the most important figures in this sport feels completely up in the air. Not just as a player, but as a leader, a decision maker, a guy shaping what the PGA Tour will even look like in the next few years. Something major is brewing, and it could impact the Masters, the Ryder Cup, and even the structure of the entire season. If you're a real PGA Tour fan, you know this isn't small. This is one of those turning point moments. Before we get into it, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to PGA Tour Today. This channel is brand new, and we're pushing toward our first 2,000 subscribers. If you live and breathe PGA Tour golf like I do every single week, this is your place. So here's what's happening, and it's bigger than I expected. At the Genesis Invitational, Tiger Woods sat down and basically left every door open, and at the same time, closed none of them. When he was asked directly if playing the Masters this April was off the table, his answer was just one word: no. That's it. No explanation, no promise, just no. And if you followed Tiger long enough, you know that's intentional. He doesn't say things casually. The fact that he didn't rule it out, that matters. We're talking about a 5-time Masters champion. The last time he played Augusta was in 2024, when he made the cut for a record 24th consecutive time. Think about that. 24 straight cuts at the Masters. That's absurd. That's longevity mixed with greatness. But here's the reality. He's coming off his 7th back surgery, a disc replacement in October. He also had surgery for a ruptured Achilles tendon in March 2025. He's 50 years old now, eligible for PGA Tour champions. And for the first time in his entire career, last year he didn't compete in a single tournament. That's the part that hit me. A full year without Tiger teeing it up anywhere. We've never lived that before. He said he can hit full shots, but not every day, and not very well. His lower back is sore, and at 50, as he admitted, it's going to take a little longer. And yet, he's still grinding. He said, "My body has been through a lot. Each and every day I keep trying. I keep progressing." That's classic Tiger. That refusal to close the door on himself. That belief that if there's even a 1% chance, he's going to chase it. Now here's where this story gets even more layered. Golf isn't even his main focus right now. Tiger is spending more time in boardrooms than on the range. He literally said he thought he practiced a lot in his prime. But it doesn't compare to what he's doing now in meetings. He's on the board of the PGA Tour. He's on the board of PGA Tour Enterprises. He's leading the Future Competition Committee. And this is where things get really interesting for us as fans. They're trying to reshape the entire competitive model of the PGA Tour. The idea? Fewer tournaments, bigger markets, more meaningful events, a massive start to the season, potentially around Super Bowl week, and turning summer into must-see sports television. They're even considering moving some prime California stops, Riviera and Torrey Pines, into August as part of the postseason. And yes, that includes potentially moving the Genesis Invitational to August. Tiger said that is absolutely on the table. Think about that shift. Riviera in August, as part of the playoffs. That's a fundamental reimagining of the calendar. But here's the catch. This new model probably won't be ready by 2027, and that ties directly into the Ryder Cup conversation. The PGA of America actually waited longer than ever before to name Keegan Bradley captain for the 2025 Ryder Cup at Bethpage Black, because they were waiting on Tiger. 2 years ago, he turned down the captaincy for 2027 in Ireland because he didn't feel he had the time to do it justice. And now, he still hasn't decided. He said they've asked for his input. He hasn't made a decision. And the reason is simple. He's trying to figure out whether he can give Team USA the time and attention it deserves while also reshaping the tour. And as a fan, that's what hits me the hardest. Tiger doesn't want the title unless he can do it right. That's respect for the Ryder Cup. That's respect for the players. That's respect for the Shield. At the same time, he's deeply invested in creating a path for the next generation. He literally said they're trying to create opportunities for youth because eventually they're going to take over the game. That's Tiger thinking long-term, not just about himself, about the future of the PGA Tour. And don't forget, he's also the host of the Genesis Invitational at Riviera through TGR Ventures. Genesis just renewed as title sponsor, even with all these possible schedule shifts. They also sponsor the Scottish Open in July. There's even a scheduling puzzle looming with Riviera potentially being in August 2028, just a month after the Olympics. This isn't simple stuff. This is structural change. So where does that leave us? It leaves us with possibility. Possibility that we see Tiger walk down Magnolia Lane again in April. Possibility that he eventually leads Team USA in Ireland. Possibility that he helps shape a completely new era of PGA Tour golf. Or maybe none of it happens the way we imagine. But here's what I know as a fan. When Tiger doesn't rule something out, you pay attention. Because even at 50, even after 7 back surgeries, even after everything his body has endured, he still believes he can get back to the highest level. And if he tees it up at Augusta, the entire sports world stops. Again, this moment feels like a crossroads, not just for Tiger, but for the PGA Tour itself. The schedule, the playoffs, the next generation, the Ryder Cup, the Masters. We're watching the transition from Tiger the dominant force to Tiger the architect of the future. And honestly, that might be just as important. If you made it this far, you're a real one. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think we see Tiger at the Masters this year? Should he take the Ryder Cup captaincy? I genuinely want to know what you think. Hit like if you love talking PGA Tour golf like this. Subscribe to PGA Tour Today. We're a new channel, and we're chasing that first 1,000 subscribers. If you want real fan-to-fan conversations about everything happening on tour, this is the place. And trust me, the next few months are going to be fascinating.